So I went out yesterday on a weekend. I picked up this little grifter, Mk1, Raleigh Grifter, and it is an absolute mess of a bike. Welcome back, guys. A lovely, lovely bloke I picked up from. He lived out in Suffolk. Beautiful house in the deepest Suffolk countryside, and picked up this grifter. Saw it at Marketplace about a month ago. Messaged the chap, can I come and pick it up? He said, yeah, that's fine. End of the month, we'll do a deal. Picked it up and job done. Also, there was another bike that was going, a nice vintage Raleigh, retro, not vintage, nowhere near as vintage as this, but retro Raleigh, which I'll do a video on late in the week. But in the meantime, this Mk1 grifter is in a sorry state. I've ordered a front wheel for it, but at the minute I'm just trying to get it apart and assess what's wrong with it, and there's an awful lot wrong with it. Right, let's do it. So one owner grifter, bought from the only owner. You'll notice the back tyre is an old BMX tyre. He said, and I do believe him, down near his house back as a kid was this old gravel track, old quarry sort of thing. He used to go down there with his brother and do skids and burn out the back tyre as we did back in the day. Front wheel got scrapped a long time ago. But yeah, sorry state. I don't think the seat here is original. That looks like a BMX stem, but hopefully that seat post isn't seized in and will come out. I know the grifter seats had a big bit on the bottom where the seat post goes in, so I don't think it's a grifter seat, so I may have to source a grifter seat. We got a complete chainring guard. That's no damage to it. Obviously some surface corrosion, some marks, but not chipped at the edges. The crank arm itself has lost its chrome. The paintwork is very rusty in terms of surface rust, but it will come up, I think, with some hot water and a really good wash and detail. The front mud guard is complete, minus its rear flap. Front forks are straight. It's got the brake stays and the brake blocks. The handlebars need freeing up or taken out. I've got to release that headset locking nut. Like I said, the back wheel is pretty rotten, and that should get cleaned up as well. It's got an aftermarket stand on. To free up this stand, I'll put a seat post in and put a little bit of WD-40 in that pin where the stand is and push the stand down and free it up. I've already loosened up the nuts on the back wheel. They were pretty seized on. WD-40. Not a chance yet to check the hub date-wise, but I think it's about 1983. I don't know how bad this wheel is. It's lost a lot of chrome, so hopefully that will clean up nice. Overall, I'm pretty pleased. Slight bend on the spoke protector there. That should straighten out easily with a bit of patience. Like I say, overall, I'm really pleased with this bike. It needs bringing back again. It needs that love it deserves. It's got a real reflector on. Don't think that's standard. As you can see, the tyre's pretty cracked. There's a spider there, look, a little spider. That's been there a long time. How's it still alive? Anyway, overall, nice project, and I'm looking forward to getting it stripped down, not wholly in this video. Certainly the back wheel will come out. I'll make an attempt to free up the seat bar, seat post, I should say, get the brakes out, mud guard, and we'll go from there. Overall, pretty pleased. Okay, so first things first, let's get this back wheel off. Like I said, I've already loosened up the wheel nuts yesterday, put them in a bit of WD-40 overnight, let it soak. chain is very, very stiff. That is going to be saved. I'll oil it up and get it working again, but that chain is a survivor. It's got a few little stickers on from a day. Brake calipers are pretty seized on. I'll loosen the bottom nut and just a bit of freedom with the WD-40 and a spanner just to release them. Same again in the front. Hit it at the other end to knock it out. Mudguard out, caliper out. Well, that was the result. I wasn't expecting that to come out so quickly. So yeah, good, that's come out. Obviously you saw the brake calipers come out. Got to take all the cables out, strip them down. Good clean up. Front one. Obviously now the front forks are now accessible. They look nice. Obviously it's missing its thimbles. They've been hacked out at some point back in the day. But yeah, proper nice little Mk1 grifter. Next job. The fact that this is really straight and undamaged, obviously I'll try and get the cotter pins out, but as you know, any of you lot know, cotter pins are bugger. So first things first, obviously, is to release that little nut there and WD overnight into there, and then try and hit it out. Comes out that end, then you can take the pedal arm off or crank arm off, and then you can get a big old wrench, undo that locking nut that way, which in turn accesses this bit here, same as a chopper. Undo that, and then job done. There's an aftermarket stand being fitted. That's got to come off, and then I can get a seat post, an old seat post, into there, put some WD-40 under the frame into a little bit there's a little pincher, like a little nut, into there, then knock it down, then you've got an accessible stand. I mean, that one can come off. But yeah, little stickers. As I mentioned, the frame's very rusty. A lot of that should come back with really good scouring pad and some hot water. But yeah, first assessment is, yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I'll be happier when those bars are off. They weren't moving at all when I picked it up. They were like that angle, and you couldn't even move it. But once I've got some WD-40 down here, I've loosened it up a little bit. They can now turn. But ultimately, obviously, next job to release that nut. Obviously, then you can get the cables out. We couldn't do that anyway, but get the brake levers out. I've got a spare twister grip knife from that parts haul. So our new cables, service, clean up these brake levers best I can. Lovely. And then down here, as you saw, that's a seat post. I don't think that's from a grifter. That to me looks more like a burner because of the shape of it. Then we've got this seat. I don't even think that's a grifter seat, is it? It might be. Put in the comments. Is that a grifter seat? CL Loyal, pronounced it. Back wheel, very rotten. Well, I'm hoping it's not rotten. Obviously the tyres scrap. Shame though, because it's good tread, and that will be nice. I'll keep it in the bundle in the garage. Yeah, I'll command it at some point, maybe. That's the rear hub. I haven't yet looked for a date in it, but Mk1 grifter, what's that, 1983, so good 40 years old, easy. Then the little nuts and bolts down there. That's the seat clamp, our nut. And all the little bits here, which I'll put in a little box in a minute. Old cable tidy there. Back wheel nut is there. Nice little parts. Brake caliper bolt. Brake caliper bolt. Little washers. Yeah, nice little bits. Dismantled, mudguards out, front flap's good. Mudguard itself is strong, no structural damage, missing its rear flap. That's not a problem. Yeah, cracking result on this. chuffed a bit. That sun is dreadful. Sorry. Nice result on this Mk1 grifter. Next video on this will be further dismantle those bars, cleaning up the bits. The front wheel would arrive by next time. The back wheel would have been cleaned up by next time. I'll do some filming of that. Someone mentioned in the comments on a previous video, don't use a drill brush. I try not to. I like to use a drill brush for all those stubborn bits, like a grounding rust, just to access it and see how bad it is. And then obviously autosol and a cloth, and then a polishing cloth. Quite an abrasive hard cloth for the autosol. A beer towel's good, an old beer towel. And then a soft cloth to give it a really good polish. But yeah, I think I'm happy now it's all stripped, well, apart from those bars, but they'll come out, yeah. Once it's all stripped, I can then build it up again and try and keep that back wheel, because obviously that's a matching wheel to the frame. But yeah, really pleased with this. If you like this video, do me a massive favour, hit that subscribe button, hit that like. Hopefully next time the sun will be in my eyes. But yeah, we can't moan, can we? A bit of sun, lovely. And then we can get that thing built up. I've got a spare pedal for it, that came with it. I found it in these little box of bits in his garage. There'll be a video on the other project I picked up with it. Not really a project, but it's a clean up and then selling it straight on. It doesn't need anything doing to it, a bit of air and tyres, but yeah, cracking bike. And I had one as a kid after my burner. Oh yes, so really pleased with that. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later on. There'll be about 3 videos this week. Another one on this. And one other new project, well, the other project that came with this. And I might even pump a video out of a weekend on Sunday, maybe on Saturday or Friday. I've been I've been saving up a few nice little bits for an upcoming build I'm doing, and I'll be now mentioning that build and my plans with it. So yeah, I'll catch you later on the next one. Thank you.